Alright, so let's talk about the incidents that have happened here. So obviously I talk to everybody, as I always do. And also print off copy your stuff also. So, what's causing you to continuously yell at the store?
Being yelled at? I told everybody, if you yell at me, I'm gonna yell at you back. Doesn't matter who you are, I don't care. I don't get paid enough for you to be yelling at me, and you don't pay me enough for
What about today? I've heard you yell twice. Like, how you
I yell hands timer whenever it goes off.
What, a minute ago you yelled, hold on bumpers.
Yeah,
But
so they can hear you. Because they don't pay attention when I go on there. So if you yell it out, then they're like, okay, well, I gotta get it right now.
But I'm kind of confused because if you're on backline, why would you yell at?
Because they were wondering how much time was left on the proper.
So it was
Still a minute and a half.
okay. So what we need to stop is the yelling. Period. Because as a customer, that's all I hear.
Okay, well, just to let you know, it's not just me. It's everyone else is also yelling out properly.
We have to stop. There's no need to yell at. And we all have headsets on, or we need to take our stuff and
Even
walk
then, when
over.
I'm on the headset, people aren't listening to me. I have to go over to them and I have to tell them what I need from them, and then I get yelled at saying, well, you need to go back to your spit. Well, how can I do that if you are yelling at me, get the cards out?
Is a fry position wearing a headset?
Sometimes not.
Okay, so why not?
Sometimes they don't want to.
Why are we
Cody actually does better without a headset.
If he reads, because he reads the screen. The other ones, they just wait and then they go somewhere and then they won't pay attention to the screen. And
So they have to stay in position. That's one reason we struggle with speed here.
Yes.
Is there's a reason we have headsets. It's not a choice. It's not an option. That way they can multitask. Because if you drop something and they don't have no orders, then they can multitask and do something else. And it's only one order coming through. To be excused.
Also, we never have batteries available for everyone in house. All of them are short circuiting or they're not charging at night. So we're going to sit on the charger. So we end up getting one or two headsets from the game and we're watch the screen and they go somewhere else and then we're getting them.
So I just gave her a battery today. Another one. So you need more?
We will. But like I said, they're shipping up. We can get them charged. You gotta take the time to get it in there the right way.
Yeah, we need to make sure we all hear stuff because a lot of times we're getting chips because people are dropping them.
Yeah.
You know, and they're $40 each, which is very expensive. I'll order some more, but they need to make sure they take care of it. Because all headsets must be on. You know, the yelling definitely has to stop, okay? I don't want to hear any yelling from anybody. If I walk in this restaurant and hear yelling from anybody, including the manager, I'm going to document. There's no sense in that, okay? There's no sense in retaliating and yelling back. There's no sense in yelling, period. But you need to make sure you're showing respect and listening to them when you're told to do
And
something.
that's just the thing. I show you all respect and I do that all the time. And I'm running around here and doing what I have to do to get the orders out. And then yet I'm still getting yelled at. Over
Who yells
little
at you? Because I never
You
respond.
do sometimes. Whenever the timer's down, you'll be like, well, we need to work on that timer. Come on, let's go. You guys need to hurry up because you guys are doing this. And I'm like, come on, Tammy. Like, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to stand in our area, but then you guys want us to hurry up and push it out the window, and then we can't pull it because you said we can't pull it because it's about to come up. So if it's about to come up, then why can't we just stand there? But then you want us to be moving to make sure that things are getting out. So I can't do both. So of course I'm gonna get frustrated. I'm gonna start yelling at you because you're yelling at me over timer when I can't do anything about it.
There's
And
a difference between my coaching and yelling at you. I
No, you
never yell at you.
I can bring out a lot of these people and they can vouch for me that you do yell at them.
Because they say, come on guys, let's get that done.
But you just said right there because, which means you do. So you're over here lying.
So is that
down.
yelling?
You were yelling at me. Point blank. It doesn't matter how
Is it yelling or is it just talking louder?
if it's there's a difference between aggressive talking and because for the past 3 days you have not yelled at me. You've been nice ever since I talked to you and you talked to her. She's been talking to me like, you know, normal. I haven't had an issue where she's been yelling. But before, when all this was going on, you were yelling a lot at us as well as a few of the employees, and they'd start crying and they come to me and then I have to hear it. And then
So is it not that it's yelling, if maybe it's, as you said, it's the wording, it's not enough, hey, positive? I mean, because sometimes you do have to raise your, I don't think raise your voice, but make it louder so we can, you know, make the team hear it, so to speak, but maybe it needs to be more positive because that's why it comes off yelling.
but there is aggression that comes with
That's what I'm saying.
tone.
So, okay, I got you.
And I know it's not like you don't know how to use the tone during the situations because I've heard you. You know, for, like I said, the past few days you haven't yelled at me, you haven't done anything that has gotten me upset to yell at you back. But the fact is, like, you know,
I haven't said anything really to you in the past 3 days.
yeah, but I mean, you see me, I do my work. You know, I'm getting stuff out of the way. But I mean, before it was, you were yelling at us with the timers, and because people weren't in their sections, and then they would go on to other people.
If
and we get in
people
trouble
weren't
for
in
you.
their spot, I'm gonna say, come on guys, let's get in our spot. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's my job to do
I
that.
know that.
Define move spot. Here's my key thing. We also, you should do 100% of your job and 50% of somebody else's. That's all there is.
Okay,
Basic,
well, I'm
basic
doing
math.
more than that.
But,
I'm doing fryer dishes, front,
well, dishes
front
is
fix.
everybody. That's not, I'm talking position going people.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
if no one touches the dishes until nighttime, until I'm closing, all of it's in there. And the same, you can ask Rebecca, and you can ask a few of the other people who do dishes. They wait till the end of the night. So we're the ones doing it all night, and then we have to get out. Like you said, you yelled at us during the nighttime that we're not out at a specific time when we're over here doing as much as we can. Like I said, ma'am, may I speak, please? I'm trying to tell my side of my story. Like I said, people will leave dishes back there. She gets mad. Well, why is there food in the sink? Why is it in the dishwasher? Why is it? I can't watch the sink to know all of these things. And then for you to get upset with me saying, well, we can't have people putting food in there. Why don't you tell your people that? I've told everyone multiple times they're not going to listen to me because I'm not management. But for everyone to be coming to me and yelling at me about stuff that isn't done, and I'm over here doing my best to try to work almost every position, it's tiring. And of course I'm going to yell when you yell at me. That's what I made point since day one, that if you yell at me, I don't get paid enough here to be yelled at in that kind of fashion. Especially when I know what my position is, and I try to stay only in my position, but then you guys get shorthanded, the timer goes up, and then you're saying, well, you need to go over here, but if you can, please go into the fry position because they're not doing it, or you need to do this because we don't have pans, or we don't have prep, we don't do this. We're always missing something, and then we have to rush. And then we get yelled at and reprimanded when we're not the ones who are at fault, because it was the person from the day before who wasn't doing their full entire job because they were also doing someone else's job. So there's no like organization of our areas, and then when we are forced to stay in our areas, then we're yelled at because other areas aren't being taken care of.
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm not here popping off just to pop off and because I'm having a bad day or something, you know.
Well, you know, the thing that concerns me though too is when you have an incident and then you're asked by another manager to get there and take care of the guest that you refuse to.
That was that day.
That's happened twice now.
Okay, that day, the last time that happened, I was asked to go home. They said, if you're not going to work, then go home. And I told them, I'm taking
She
out
said,
trash.
calm down and go break.
I said, no. I have.
That's
Okay,
what
bring
she told
Alyssa
me.
over here then.
That's what she told me. I swear.
Then bring Alyssa. Because she's here.
Yeah, I will.
So I'll bring her over here right now and ask her, and then we can get to the bottom of it. Because she did ask me to go on break, but I said, why should I go on break? I've only been here for an hour. So I'm over here taking out trash in boxes because you're ignoring me when I'm asking you simple questions, and then you get pissed at me for trying to FIFO the sauces in front, saying, well, this looks lazy if you guys stack it up. And I'm like, well, it shouldn't matter how it looks because we're trying to get the stuff front forward from the old sauces to the new sauces in the back. And then you're over here throwing it in. You're like, you guys are wasting time. You guys need to hurry it up. I'm not gonna hurry up something when it's safety of other customers. Old sauces and new sauces, where I used to live, Taco Bell, they dump sauce all over on top of their old sauces, and then when they finally get to the bottom, then people get sick because the sauce has been in there for too long because they don't FIFO.
So did you do this in the middle of the lunch break?
I was doing this before the lunch break. And then she started ignoring me, so I was like, okay, if you're gonna ignore me in the drive-thru, then I'm just gonna go and do the trash in the boxes because they're already full. And then that's when Alyssa said, well, if you're not gonna do anything, you can go on break. I said, I'm not going on break because I've only been here for an hour, and I am doing something because I'm taking out boxes and trash. She's like, well, you're not doing anything because you're not helping up front. I was like, okay, well, if you guys feel I'm not doing anything, then I'm just gonna go because you guys just said I'm not helping out in any way. When I am doing different parts of my job.
We need to make, yeah, but, and I think what she's indicating is not that she's not doing anything, but at that time, we need to be taking care of
And I
customers.
would have done that, but like I said, you ignored me. And if you ignore me,
For what?
If you ignored me, first you ignored me off the order when I asked you what they needed. Second, then I was doing the sauces. Then you just came in and you started throwing sauces in, and I was like, hey, I need to FIFO that. Why? I said, why are you doing it like that when you see that I'm trying to front face? And then you didn't say, let me help you. You ignored me, and then you continued taking the next order. And I was like, okay, if that's the case, if you're gonna treat me like this and start ignoring me when you're supposed to be a manager and you're supposed to talk to me, then I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not going to be working my ass off in the store. Pardon my language to both of you, but I'm not going to be working hard and then you guys get upset at me and then be petty where you're in a place of position of management and you're just ignoring me because you're upset about something.
No.
It's happened twice already.
No.
Is it both times at the yelling confrontation?
She yelled at me the first time. The second time is when I got upset and I left.
So the first time, when I was
I
saying,
messaged her and I
when I
called
was
her
saying
everything.
to you, calm down, this is all I'm asking you to
No,
do.
you said you were gonna call the cops on me. So if you're gonna call
When
the
you were
police,
yelling
if
on
you-
the back
okay, you
door.
see that? You see, you're gonna call the police on your employees. So how are you expecting us to come back in thinking that we're okay with you
listen.
and that we're not gonna be reprimanded later because of how you're feeling and the way you have already told me that I can't move up in these positions because you have to like me, which is favoritism. Oh, I have it on video. If